Okay, so at this point right here, I am going to go ahead and section off the client's hair into 4 sections. This is something that's extremely important when you're working with natural hair or curly hair. Typically, if the client had straight hair, I would actually take the blow dryer and get a lot of that moisture and wetness out till it's maybe 80 to 90% dry. And then I would go through with the blow dryer. But for this client in particular, I cannot do that. It'll create way too much frizz. Curly hair is a little bit different. You got to work with it a little bit different. So I have already input product, not the aquage that's in her hand. That was just me talking to her about that. So what I have in here right now is some Redken oil. It is a blow dry accelerant, and I am absolutely 100% in love with this oil. I'm using a round brush starting off just to show you guys kind of what the round brush can do. I forget who that round brush is by, but if you look at the end of my blow dryer, you're going to see those blue metal plates. They are a power styler from at behindthechair.com. I think it was like $20 plus shipping is like $7, but best thing ever. It's like a built-in flat iron. The metal plates heat up, straighten the hair. I love them. Got to pull with a lot of tension. I am going to be switching up my brushes because I want to kind of show you guys that there's different ways to straighten the natural hair that's super curly. And even if, your hair is not the same texture as Renee's, but you do have, super curly hair, you can still use all of this. So I am finished now with that, and we're going to go ahead and move on to something different. Okay, so moving on, the next brush that I am picking up is actually by Sam Villa, and I do know that, or Sam Villa, depending on how you want to go ahead and pronounce that. But that is a flat brush, and I'm going to show you guys that it is absolutely possible to use the flat brush and get the same exact result as you do with the round brush. Okay, so speaking of the flat brush, I actually went to a salon that I was working at only for a short time, just helping out, and one of the girls there who specialized in doing natural hair actually taught me this. She was like, all you have to do to use the flat brush is just put it in your hand, grab it at the root, and then my thumb actually goes underneath of it, holding the hair, and I'm kind of taking the brush and tilting it forward and pulling it down. And as I do that, that's what's causing that tension, but it keeps the heat away from the client's head, and it actually straightens it. Now, granted, I just learned this, I forget how long ago, 2 years ago, maybe. So I may not be as 100% perfect as the girl that taught it to me, but she's been doing it for 12 years, maybe 13, I don't remember. And so if you do practice, you will only get better, but the flat brush does an amazing job at straightening the hair. You can already see those roots are coming up perfectly straight, and then you can see where I pull the brush out, the ends are like bushy and curly, but you can see that where I'm using this, it's adding all that shine, and the hair is becoming incredibly straight. So I will say that the flat brush is definitely a recommendation versus the round brush, but there's more than one way to do this. So I just want to show you guys that and give you an idea of how you can actually make natural hair straight. Okay, I officially finished blow drying the client's hair, so now you can kind of see what it looks like. And the next step here is that I'm going to grab my flat iron, which is GHD or B, I can't remember actually right now. But that's the flat iron that I'm going to be using on the client's hair. I will be adding a little bit more oil to the hair, but you can see when I'm finished, basically how straight her hair is going to be, but we're going to add a lot of bounce with a wand. So going to head and skip over all of this where I'm just getting everything to be straight and making sure that her ends look good, and we're going to move on to the flat. Okay, so now I'm actually done with the flat iron here for the client's hair, and I'm just, trimming up her ends a little bit. So you can see how incredibly straight and shiny her hair is now, and there's still a lot of bounce to it, which you'll be able to tell as I'm picking up my comb and my shears, and basically that's what the client's looking for, and that's kind of what we were trying to achieve here with this look. So I am going to take a wand next, and I'm going to go ahead and add some curls to it. I'm going to show you guys me lightly putting in the curls, and then from there we're going to move forward to the finished product, which you kind of saw in the very beginning of the video. But right now as I'm picking up the hair, you can definitely tell, this hair is super silky shiny. If I'd get my big head out of the way. Hold on. Maybe I'll move. It was a bad angle for filming, I guess. But you can see basically how her hair is going to lay, and it came out perfect. So let me go ahead and move forward to the wand. All right, so now I'm all finished here, and you can see how beautiful her curls are. She has lots of shine, lots of bounce as she just moved with her hair. I'm actually putting in some Paul Mitchell hairspray just to try to hold that curl a little bit better, just to give that, you know, not stiffness, but, you know, the humidity does get to the hair after a while. And it came out great. So that is my version of how to do the natural hair. This is me putting that oil through. I told you guys I was going to do that. It's my signature. I'm telling you, it's my trademark. It's all I ever do. And I'm literally just pulling these curls out just to give her that nice bounce with a little bit of bump on the end and lots of body. That's what I love about this Redken oil too. The diamond oil is that it doesn't take away doesn't weigh the hair down. You know, it doesn't take away from the bounce of the hair, which is awesome. I actually have it in my hair too. So